Well, how we doing, people? This is Eldrad Wolfsbane. Well, let's take a look at some of the stuff here in the Mead Hall. Here's all my BX stuff. And it's a Game of World book. Original Game of World stuff. And my only surviving copy of Blackmore that at some point in time the rodents got to. The actual rules cyclopedia. Here's my boxed new rules cyclopedia right here. So anyway, was having a conversation with a pud whacker who's trying to say that, you just talk videos, you just talk about gaming, you ain't got no real gamer cred. Well, biatch, look at my stuff. Okay? Got me some Pathfinder. Got some Palladium stuff right here. Got some Warhammer down there. You know, there's the soft cover of the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. My Ogre, my Munchkin. My D20 Modern. Wheel of Time, horrible game. The $100 Joke box set. Here's my Car Wars over here. A few of my fantasy novels. The Lords of Creation, a very cool game. The Star Wars Original 1987. Some Starliners, the old book. Space Master, which has been eaten up by a little bit. And here's my various old comics. My Raideen from the 70s. Lord of the Rings box set game of a jig that. And then, so, what happened? Why does this place look like an apocalypse? Well, this is my 8x4. Look and notice there's an old dungeon on there. This is my dry erase board I got from a job. They said, you can just have it. Have you priced one of those? Anyway, we used to do gaming in person. Sad to say that not much goes on anymore. And the Castle Falkenstein stuff and some of my World of Darkness. And I've got a lot of World of Darkness. There's the Dungeon Crawl Classics where my Back to the Dungeon blog was mentioned. Some more World of Darkness. Blood and Treasures, Lee Hinder, which I'm a part. I kind of helped mess around with that a little bit. And then some more gaming magazines and stuff. So anyway, to the punk who was saying, oh no, you're not a real gamer, you know, you just talk about it. Well, son, this is major gamer cred. Do you have this book right here? Fantasy Wargaming and Complete Arduin. No, you don't. See? You don't have any of that. So anyway, not that it really matters what some piece of dog crap thinks, but the plan one day is when I finally move, take stuff like little toy buildings like this, and I'm going to make an entire miniature city. And I'm not going to spend a lot of money doing it. So, anyway, it's a sad story. Basically, somewhere around 2009 or so, 2010, I lost what I thought was a permanent job that afforded me the 410 lifestyle, which is the greatest schedule you can possibly work, unless you're stupid and you have too many bills. There's the old Mead Hall. Anyway, basically, I used to have a life where I was almost making $100,000 a year with 3-day weekends, a few turnarounds a year, and everything was wonderful. And the 2008 financial collapse finally got me around middle or late 2009. I want to say I had my birthday in El Dorado, Arkansas, and ended up, that life was over, and I started having to chase turnarounds again. And I had just got done with a bankruptcy, and so, you know, things were really looking on the up and up, and then that disaster happened. And basically, since I've been working, people have slowly in my family put their stuff in my building. And then my dad passed away, so I had this as his estate stuff. But yeah, the Mead Hall needs to come alive once again one of these days. Right before Hurricane Rita, actually, I replaced the air conditioner with a really much more powerful one, and was just about to try to start gaming. Then the Rita crap happened, and that kind of ended all civilization, ended the job I was on, and also not having a local job. I had to drive 87 miles one way, so that left no free time for anything. So basically the old Mead Hall ended up just becoming a thing of memory, slowly decaying in the in nature here. Really sucks. Anyway, that's my sad story for today. Would be gaming today, but unfortunately I've got some stuff to do. I had to put my tractor back together. Just got done with that, and about to go to town. Anyway, Del Dreadwell Spain signing out.